Okay, good morning. Yesterday I given you an overview of what are the topics that we are going to discuss in this session. In UI technologies, what are the topics we are going to learn? I given an overview for that yesterday. And today we will start learning about all the concept one by one, step by step. So because here people are present without any basic knowledge also, we have to start from the basic level. We will learn all the from basic to the advanced concept. If you have any doubts towards the end of the session, you can raise your doubts so that I can get back to you. So first, we have to start understanding about types of software applications. We need to know about types of software applications. Actually, we are going to learn UI technologies, UI full stack development. So first, you need to have a clarity about what we are going to build by the end of this course. That means by the end of UI technologies, what kind of applications we can build. For that, first you need to understand what are the types of applications available. What are the various types of software applications available. Actually, in software technologies, we have different types of applications. Number one, we have desktop applications. We have desktop applications. What are they? I will explain. We have web applications. Web applications. We have distributed applications. Distributed applications. We have artificial intelligence applications, AI. And we have IoT applications. IoT applications. We have mobile applications. And we have 2D and 3D gaming applications. That means in software technologies, you can make your career into any of these. That means you have a wide range of choices. As a software developer, you will be working with any of these types of applications. So we have desktop applications, web applications. Let me increase the size. Yeah. These are the different types of applications we have. What are those? I will explain. We will discuss about them. So software applications are classified into various categories. As a software developer, your career will be in any of these 7. Intelligence, IoT, mobile, 2D and gaming. Desktop application means, a simple example I will give you, like suppose you have MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Notepad, calculator. All these type of applications come under the category of desktop. Best example I will give you for suppose we will take an example of some hospital. Suppose we have a hospital. Generally, this hospital wants a software to maintain all its business, like patients' information, medicines, doctors' information, everything. This hospital don't have any branches. It's only one hospital at one geolocation, and they want to provide their services. Then generally what they have is, at their reception, they will have a computer. In that they will be storing the details of patients and billing and everything. They don't have any branches. They don't have anything. Then for such type of business, which type of application is suitable? We call them as what? Desktop. Desktop application example, if that hospital is having several branches, that means this hospital is having several branches all over India. Everywhere they have branches. Now they need a communication between them. Doctors availability across various branches. So medicine availability across various branches. In that case, they have to connect with internet. On internet, they have to provide a service so that anybody can access the details. They can handle the details through internet. These kind of applications, applications come under the category of what? Web application. Web application means this, you can say that with the help of internet with the help of internet based applications. What are drawbacks, differences, all these we will discuss. Desktop applications and we have web applications. Web applications example, you have suppose IRCTC, you have like Amazon, Flipkart, all this comes under the category of desktop applications. These under under the category of web applications. So we have desktop applications and we have web applications. Distributed applications means, simple example for distributed application, suppose if I asked you, tell me about some applications, some mobile applications that you are using on your mobile. That means tell me some mobile are using on your mobile. Then immediately you will come with Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato. They are not mobile applications. They are not mobile applications. That means, for example, Swiggy, Zomato, Amazon, Flipkart, all these are not mobile applications. Why? Because if you are not connected with the internet, so are you able to use them? No. But partially some offline information will be there. You can use that offline. Mobile application means mobile native applications. For example, on your mobile you are having camera, calendar, calculator. All these comes under the category of mobile application. Not only that, sometimes you download some games. You can play those games without any internet connection. Then it is also what kind of application? Mobile application. If you need to connect with internet, you need to access it and you need to work with it. These kind of applications are called as distributed application. That architectures you will learn later. So desktop applications, web applications, distributed applications we are having. Artificial intelligence applications. Artificial intelligence application, like Amazon Alexa is there, Google Home is there, Siri is there. So in your Windows also many narrators are there. Artificial intelligence applications are present. Those all under the category of AI, artificial intelligence. IoT, Internet of Things. IoT applications, a simple example is nothing but suppose you are wearing a smartwatch, you are wearing a smart band. In that sensors will be there. Those sensors will read your body temperature. They will read your BMPs. They will read all the steps you have taken. All such kind of applications, sensors, they come under the category of what kind of applications? IoT. Internet of Things, IoT. Mobile applications, just I told you, which are mobile native applications like calendar, calculator and all. And 2D, 3D gaming applications means the applications that work on game consoles, like you know about Xbox game console, the bike that shows on the screen. All these comes under the category of 2D and 3D gaming applications. So software applications are classified into so many types. In our UI technologies, our main target is these two. So by the end of our course, by the end of our UI technologies, we are going to build two types of applications, web applications and distributed. We will start with web applications and we will see how to build, but for distributed applications, some additional frameworks are required. I will give you those introduction also. Because with only what you learned, so it is not enough for building a distributed application. For distributed application, you need some additional frameworks. I will give introduction to them so that you can handle. Our main concentration will be these two types of applications. So web application and distributed. Other applications, actually, as a UI developer, work for IoT, you can work for mobile, you can work for 2D and 3D also, but not complete. In those applications, UI part you can handle. For that, you need so many other frameworks also. With only UI technologies, whatever the topics we are going to learn in this course, with that, we are going to build, our target will be what type of applications? Web applications, another one is distributed applications. Distributed applications. These two things we have to know. Web and distributed applications. So we have to start learning from web application. So first we will start from web applications, then we can go into distributed application. Hope everyone is clear with this point. Right. So types of applications and what are the types of applications that we are going to build? What are the types of applications we are going to learn in our UI technologies? That is important. So first point is cleared. What kind of application we are going to build? What kind of application? Web applications. In that case, you need to have a detailed idea of what is web, what are web applications, how these web application works, what are the software requirements, how to build these applications and all. Let's see. So one by one, we have to understand some more important points. So we are going to build web applications. So the first question here is, what is web? We have to know what is actually the concept of a web. What is the concept of web? And remember, these are all theoretical things which you have to know before starting anything practical. It's just like joke that you don't know what is web and you are a web developer. That's not satisfying. So you need to know some important terms. You need to understand. Then you can start working with them practically. So first important, you need to know what is web. Before understanding about web, in order to understand web applications, actually we have to start with network. What is a network? So before starting with web, we need to first know what is a network. I hope many people know a computer network. Computer network comprises of group of computers connecting with each other for sharing of information and devices. I hope many people know this. A computer network is nothing but a group of computers. This group of computers are connected with each other for sharing of information and resources. So computer network of computers connected with each other through Wi-Fi or wireless or wire or anything, so that sharing of information can happen. Actually, the first computer network was introduced in early 1960s. In early 1960s, the first computer network was ARPANET. ARPANET is the name of first computer network. ARPANET is actually Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. ARPANET is Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. It is the first computer network introduced. It was introduced by United States Department of Defense. United States Department of Defense, these people introduced the first computer network into world. The first computer network was ARPANET. So Advanced Research Projects Agency Network. It is the first computer network. After that, internet came. Internet is nothing but, so internet, it is a wide area network that can connect computers all over the world. Internet is a wide area network that can connect computers all over the world. That means majority people heard about them. Computer networks are classified into three major types. You know them, right? LAN, local area network. Another one is MAN, metropolitan area network. Another one is WAN, wide area network. So internet comes under the category of wide area network. The main concept of internet is to connect computers all over the world. Actually, for example, see, this internet is having lot of issues. The issue is nothing but anybody can access information from anywhere. There is no restriction. Anybody can access information from anywhere. There is no restriction for internet. That's the reason. What happened is, in the early 1990s, Tim Berners-Lee, he introduced the concept of web. Tim Berners-Lee introduced the concept of web. The concept of web was introduced in early 1990s by Tim Berners-Lee. What is actually the concept of restricted access? Web is a portion of internet with restricted access. I will explain this point. We will see that point. Actually, internet and web both are different terms. Many times, generally people think internet means web. Web and internet both are same. Web and internet both are not same. Web is different, internet is different. Actually, web is a part of internet. For example, see. For example, these are connected with each other. All are connected with each other. This will form internet. All are connected with each other. This will form internet. This is internet. All are connected with each other. This is internet. Now, very important, India has its own web. US have its own web. And UK have its own web. That means every country have its own web. Usually, that web will be under the control of that government. I will give you a best example. For example, you have YouTube. On YouTube, we have a BBC channel. Few months back, BBC channel, that's a news channel, British news channel, they made a documentary on some Indian acts. And our government have objection on that. Our government don't want Indian people to watch that documentary, which is on YouTube. It is available on YouTube. You can go to YouTube. On YouTube, you can go to BBC channel. You can select the documentary. Then immediately on screen, a message will come. This video is not available to your country. That means generally, I thought that internet means I can see everything from anywhere. No, we have restriction. That means you cannot watch everything from everywhere. That means they will decide what you have to watch. They can know what you are watching. They decide what content you have to watch. That means you are not using directly internet. You are using what? Web. We are developing applications for web. That means our applications are web applications. Web applications means they have restricted access. We can decide in this application which one he can see, which one he cannot see. For this country, which one available, for this country, which one not available, we can decide. That means we are not directly working on internet now. We are working on web. Our all applications are internet applications only, but technically they are web applications. Web applications means they have a restricted access. For example, I will show you one simple example. I will show you. You see, for example, suppose I given here maps. I will take you to the Google Maps. In the Google Maps, I will search here for ISRO. I am searching for ISRO. You will see on Google Maps, it will show the location of ISRO. That means it will show the ISRO Space Center. This is the ISRO Space Center. It shows that location. It shows that location on that option. And observe carefully. I am zooming this. There are no other details there. And do you know that is not the exact location of ISRO? They scaffold that location. Our Indian government scaffolds that location. Scaffolding is a technique where our government has security on certain areas. Even you search on maps, even you put a GPS system, it will not take you directly to that location. It will not take you directly to that location. That means because these are all secured areas. You search for Rashtrapati Bhavan, you search for Parliament of India, you search even for Taj Mahal, it will not give you the correct location. These are all scaffolded. That means restricted. So that means you are not directly using internet. You are using web. And web have restriction on internet. That means they can decide which one you can see, which one you cannot see. So that is very important. So on internet, the concept of web is nothing but web is a portion of internet. Web is a portion of internet with restricted access. What is this concept? I will give you a simple overview here. That means I will give you a simple part here. That means why he introduced this concept. What is the concept of web? I will give you a small point here. You can understand that. See. So what is the web? What is the concept of web? We will see one simple option here. See. Actually, why the name web? That means what is the concept of the term web? Actually, this concept came from a spider web. Tim Berners-Lee introduced this concept from a spider webs like this. Suppose in a room, we have some spider webs like this. Spider views the web in this way. Suppose we have a spider here. Spider views the webs like this. It will view the web like this. We have the spider webs in this way. This is the way. Now what happens is a small prey get caught here. A small prey get caught here. Then what happens is a vibration will go from here and it will intimate this spider. From that cord, a vibration will go. That spider come back and collect its prey here. That means a small vibration goes and tells that spider, this is called request. And it comes back and collects its prey. This is called response. Web is an architecture which works with the mechanism called request and response. Clients makes a request and server will send a response. What is client, what is server, detail we will understand. Now the point here is, this is A spider, this is B spider. Now can A spider collect the prey of B spider? Can A spider collect the prey of B spider? Yes, if this spider gives the permission. If B gives the permission, then it can come and it can collect this spray. That means all are, they can access, but restrict, they can access, but they are restricted. Tim Berners-Lee got this idea from a spider web. That's the reason he named this concept web. So it entire idea came from a spider web. That's the reason he named this as web. The concept of web is to provide a restricted access. That means web is technically web is a portion. Web is a portion of internet. Web is a portion of internet. So we are developing applications. Our applications are what kind of applications? Web applications. Web applications have two types of users. Anonymous user, and we have authorized users. Generally, web applications have two types of users, anonymous users and authorized. Anonymous user means guest. Anonymous user means guest user. Guest user means he can open the website, he can watch certain details. After that, if he have to move forward and access more information, then he need to register, login. For example, suppose I opened here a website. Suppose I opened here Amazon. This is Amazon website. Now tell me, I haven't signed in. I haven't logged in into this Amazon. Can I do the shopping and select items and add to cart? Yes, we can. We can select items, we can add to cart. Only the point is, after adding to cart, when you continue to payment, then it will ask you to sign in. Understood? Until you sign in, you are what kind of user? Anonymous user. Once you sign in, then you are an authorized user. That means without sign in, up to you can watch. For example, you opened Hotstar and you can watch trailers, you can watch everything. But suddenly you selected a movie, it says that please subscribe. That means as an anonymous user, you have certain restrictions. As an authorized user, you are given access with more. That means every web application will have two kind of users, anonymous users and authorized users. Anonymous users means guest. Authorized users will have continuous access. That means complete. Of course, it is not complete. There are user ID, but you cannot change the user ID. You can change your passwords, but you cannot change your user ID. That will be under the control of their admins. They have restricted access. So currently in UI technologies, we are going to build what kind of applications? Web. The concept of web was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee. Not only web, Tim Berners-Lee introduced the concept called, he introduced the language HTML. Web uses this language. Detail about this language we will discuss in the next level. We will discuss about that. But generally, Tim Berners-Lee introduced two things. He introduced the concept of web and he introduced the concept of HTML. Actually, HTML is hypertext markup language. What does that mean? I will tell you. One simple point I will show you here. See, because our web applications use this hypertext markup language, actually the meaning of the term hyper is a Greek term. Hyper means beyond. The term hyper means beyond. So what is the meaning of hypertext? The meaning of word hyper means beyond. It's a Greek term. Hyper means beyond. So generally people say in English, hyperactive. Hyperactive means what? Beyond active. That means beyond active. That means more than that. Beyond. Actually, observe carefully. Suppose I opened a website, Amazon. Amazon. Now it shows you some content. Is this the only information available in this website? Is this the only information available in this website? No, there is lot of information behind it. Am I right? There is lot of information behind it. For example, if I click on electronics, it will get electronics information. That means what you are watching on screen, beyond that lot of details are present. This is a hypertext document. This is a hypertext document. Hypertext document means a document which shows you the content beyond what you see. It have the content beyond what you see. That means you select on electronics. Beyond that word electronics, so much is there. You see, beyond that word electronics, all electronic products information is there. So the word hyper means beyond what you see. So hypertext means the text which is not just what you see. It contains lot of content beyond it. We call that mechanism. This is called as what? Hypertext. Hypertext. On internet, everything is on web and internet, everything is designed by using hypertext. Hypertext will show you the contents, but it is not only the content that you are watching. So much is there beyond it. Then what is markup language? What is the concept of markup language? Hypertext is okay, understood. Everyone understood the word hypertext. Then what is markup language? See, actually, the word markup came from the computer term called marking up. It is a general computer term, marking up. See, many people give you many definitions. Generally, when you watch on internet, so many websites will be there, so many tutorials will be there. Everybody have his own definition, right? But the point is, what the people who developed they say about it, that is important. The definitions that we are discussing built this. That means you can go to the official blog of Tim Berners-Lee. You can read the official documentation of Tim Berners-Lee, because I will tell something about internet. Somebody else tells something about internet. But Tim Berners-Lee tells something about internet. Then whom we will follow? That means who is correct about it? The person who built, he knows better than anybody else in the world. That means instead of searching for definitions in W3 schools, tutorials point, better go to the people who built it. They have their official blogs, their official websites. You go there, then they will give you the correct definition. But actually their definitions are like Nostradamus definitions. You know Nostradamus definition? Huh? No? Nostradamus definition means they will write in very high level technical words that you can't understand. That you cannot understand. That's the reason people will not prefer to go to that website, because even he reads it 20 times, he can't understand what is there. Technically, very high level language they will speak. That's the reason you have an habit of going to W3 schools, because what they do, they take that point and elaborate that in their own way and explain you. But the actual concept, what it is, that is given by the people who built it. Right? That is the reason. I will show you from where you can get that information. I will show you that. The point here, what is the concept of marking up? Hypertext, everyone understood, right? Hypertext, everyone understood. Then what is the meaning of markup? Why it is called markup language? I will show you one simple point. See, let's take another example here. Suppose we are building some of these people, right? Yeah. Suppose we will take an example here. We will take an example of, suppose we have MS Word. I will take an example of simple MS Word. Suppose in MS Word, we have a page. We have a paper. Generally, this paper size people call as A4. Nah? People call as A4, or you have a paper size called legal letter size. Usually, the page size of this MS Word document is 11 inches height and 8.5 inches width. That is called legal letter size. Generally, it is 8.5 inches width and 11 inches height. Now, what happened is on this MS Word, I prepared a letter to some letter I designed. I prepared a letter. So some letter we have created, some letter we have designed. After preparing a letter in this MS Word, what we are doing is we have to print this on a printer. So we have to print this on a printer. On a printer, we have to print this, and they given a paper. And this is company's letterhead. That paper is company letterhead. I think many of you know that company letterhead means company logo will be there at the top, and company address, contact details will be at the bottom. We have to print the letter between that. And every company letterhead have different size. For example, this paper size is 10 inches height and this paper size is 7 inches width. Now, when I print this, page, when I print that letter on that paper, now what do you say? Will it print correctly? It cannot print correctly. It may miss the margins. Why? Because the paper you have designed in MS Word and the paper where you are printing are not same. Now what I have to do? Observe my words here clearly. What I have to do here is I have to mark up my margins. Understood my word? Mark up my margins. I have to mark up my margins. On this paper exactly how it is there inside the page. I have to mark up my information to present it correctly on the paper. Understood? That means what is the meaning of marking up? The meaning of marking up is nothing but preparing for presentation. The meaning of markup is preparing for presentation. That means we are preparing for presentation so that we can present it correctly. So what is a markup language? Markup language is a language used by the developers in order to present information on web. In web, information is presented by using a language. And what is that language? Markup language. And what is the markup language we used for presentation? We generally use for presentation HTML. HTML is a markup language. That means HTML is actually a presentation language. HTML is a presentation language. The presentation happens with HTML. Actually, without HTML also we can present. For example, I will show you a small example. Observe just the point. Don't worry what I am practically doing here. Just observe the concept. Later you will learn how to design, how to write and all these things. Just observe the concept here. So for example, suppose here I am writing something here. So welcome to UI. I am just writing welcome to UI. Am I using any language here? I am not using any language here. You can see that I will open this on browser. Browser means Internet Explorer. We have Internet Explorer or Firefox or Chrome, any browser. I will open that in a browser. And let's launch this on a browser. And let's see. You see, when I open this on the browser, I'm using some browser like Edge. Edge is the browser here. And you can see it is working. It is working. Am I using any language? I'm not using any language. Many people are misguided in this point. Generally, if you ask what is the purpose of HTML, then many times you will get a definition, people telling you that browser can understand only one language. That language is HTML. That is the reason we have to use HTML. That's wrong. Browser, you can present anything without a language also. Browser can understand plain text. Browser can understand PDF document. Browser can understand JPG files. Browser can understand several things, not only HTML. Many people will be misguiding you like browser can understand only one language, HTML. That is rubbish. Browser can understand so many things. We are not using any language, but it is working. But what is problem here? Observe carefully now. What I am doing here is I am moving this welcome to UI. So I am moving this towards the center, something like this. I am moving towards the center. And here, what I am doing is I am writing. So align center, something like this I written. Align center, I kept like this. I kept like this. Okay, this is the presentation we are having. Now I will save this. I will save this and I will refresh this now. You can see, is it able to present in the same way? It is unable to present in the same way. It is presenting, but it is unable to present in the same way how we are expecting. Now what we have to do, we have to mark up our information to present it correctly on browser. We have to mark up our information to present it correctly on browser. So what I am doing now, see, what I am doing is I am marking up like this. I am marking up like this. Later you will learn about it. Don't worry. Yeah. I am marking up like this. I am using a language for marking up and I will say align is equal to center. And you can see automatically, it will get in that way. So is it mandatory to use a markup language? No. No, we don't use markup language every time. It's not mandatory to use a markup language. If the presentation is as expected, why you need a markup language? If presentation is not as expected, we want to present in a proper way, then we have to use a markup language. So without markup language also, so many times we prepare the presentations and give to the clients. We don't use a language, we just present plain text. That means markup language is not mandatory, but without a markup language, it's not great for building web pages, web applications. So markup language is very much required. Tim Berners-Lee introduced the markup language called HTML. Actually, before HTML, we have markup languages called GML, generic markup language. Generic markup language. Before HTML, we have GML and we have SGML, standard generic markup language. Generic markup language. Actually, HTML was built from GML and SGML. This GML and SGML, detailed notes I will give you in the soft copy. Don't worry. Just I am giving the overview, the points here. So, very important, these languages were developed earlier by CERN laboratories, Council for European Research and Nuclear. These languages were built by CERN laboratories. Tim Berners-Lee also worked in CERN labs. So many great people worked in CERN labs like Dennis Rich, Ken Thompson. Dennis Rich, you know, responsible for the language C, right? Dennis Rich, Ken Thompson, even Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, these people worked for CERN labs.
Tim Berners-Lee also belongs to that same Sun Laboratory. In US, you have that very popular Sun Laboratories. Now it is called as American Labs. They developed a language called GML first. After GML, then came SGML. After SGML, Tim Berners-Lee built a language called HTML. After building the language HTML, what happened is HTML is a presentation language. Now many people have one small doubt. What is difference between a programming language and presentation language? For example, C, C++, Java, all these are what kind of languages? Programming languages. But HTML is not a programming language. HTML is a presentation language. Many people say markup language. What is the meaning of markup? I explained, but it is professionally a presentation language. Presentation language used for markup. It is a presentation language used for markup. Is it the only language used for markup? No, there are several other languages also. You have XML. Later you will learn about them. What is that XML and all. But initially HTML is a presentation language. Difference is a programming language can interact with user. A programming language can interact with user. That means user provides a input. The programming language will take that input. It will process that input. It will generate an output and sends back to him. That means a programming language can interact with user. But presentation language cannot interact with user. Presentation language is responsible for only presentation. It is responsible for only presentation. That is the reason to make interactions with that language, we have to use another language called JavaScript. So what is HTML? Detailedly we will discuss now. We will learn about that. But very important, HTML can only present. It cannot make it interactive. To make it interactive, you need a language. For example, see, suppose here I am designing a button, say submit. You can see HTML can create a button. But when I click on this button, nothing is happening. HTML cannot do anything. HTML can only prepare that presentation. To make it work, what we have to do, we have to use a programming language. That means on click is suppose I written as alert. I'll say suppose submit clicked like this. Don't worry about anything what I am doing practically here. Just observe the concept. These are all you are going to learn. Initially you see now the submit button works. I will refresh, the submit button works. And it says submit clicked. It says submit is clicked. So HTML is not a programming language. HTML is a presentation language. HTML is a presentation language. And who introduced the concept of HTML? Tim Berners-Lee introduced the concept of HTML. And very important, after he developed HTML, he designed HTML. He given the responsibility of HTML to a group called IETF. Internet Engineering Task Force. Internet Engineering Task Force. Internet Engineering Task Force. These people developed HTML. Actually, HTML first version was in 1990 and it was 1.0. First HTML was introduced by Tim Berners-Lee and its first version was 1.0. After that, these people took the responsibility of HTML, Internet Engineering Task Force. They developed the HTML versions up to 3.2. Up to 3.2, they developed HTML. Several new things they added into HTML. Because when Tim Berners-Lee introduced HTML, we don't have images. We don't have links. We don't have forms. That means there is nothing like register, login like things, only plain text content. Later, other versions introduced links, introduced multimedia, introduced animations, introduced forms, tables like that. Gradually HTML improved. On internet also, in the early days of internet, we don't have pictures. So for everything plain text only. Later pictures came, later graphics came, later videos came. Gradually improvement happened. And Internet Engineering Task Force, they developed HTML up to 3.2 version. After that, a group called W3C and what WG? What WG? These two people took the responsibility of HTML from 2004 onwards. From 2004 onwards, they took the responsibility of HTML, and even now HTML is maintained by these people. And for several years, they started the version 4. For several years, we used this version almost up to 2014. That means more than 10 years. More than 10 years, we used this HTML4. And after that, they released a new version, HTML5. And HTML4, HTML5, all are under the maintenance of these two groups. W3C, World Wide Web Consortium. And what WG? Web Hypertext Application Technology Work Group. Application Technology Work Group. These two people are maintaining HTML now. Currently, HTML is the language that we are going to learn, and it is maintained by these two groups. What WG and W3C? Actually, W3C was established by Tim Berners-Lee only. But now the entire responsibility of HTML taken by this group called what WG. You can visit that official website. This is the official website of what WG. This is official website of what WG. Web Hypertext Application Technology Work Group. So maintaining and evolving HTML since 2004. These are the people responsible for building HTML. If you want to know about HTML, so you have to come here. You have to read about HTML here. What latest happening? Anything, anybody, any website in the world have to get in from here only. That means these people will tell you correctly, exactly about what it is. Other people may bluff you, because sometimes they need to bluff you, because if they tell a technical point, you can't understand. So to make you understand, some topics are bluffed to you. Due to that, you will understand, but you will miss the actual concept. That type of misguidance will happen. That's the reason better always come here. Here you will get all the information about HTML. All the information. You see, read HTML Live Standard. You will get all the information here. All the information about everything about HTML you will get. Everything. But a little bit too much complex for basic learners. Because generally we people need English movies with English subtitle. Nah. You can't understand. English movie, English subtitle. English movie going on, you have to read subtitle. Right? Because the point is very simple. Because that is not our native language. We can't catch that speed. If it is our native language, we can catch that speed. That is why this is technicians' native language. That means high-level developers' native language. Which is little. In HTML, we are going to discuss this version. What is the HTML version we are going to learn? HTML5. We are going to learn HTML5. In this HTML5, we will learn 4 also. That means we will learn both the features of 4 and 5. Old options and new. Why HTML4? Because several websites are still in HTML4 only. Because on internet, millions of websites are there. And all the websites are not recent. Several websites 10 years back, 15 years back, they built it and left. That means they are maintaining in the same version. They don't update to new version. Why? Because they don't need to update to new version. Everybody will not update to new version